I stay in Moscow University about 10 years, and I was a candidate of the science, and later I was a doctor and professor. But the periods, it was period of 19th and difficult period in the Soviet Union, this period, and most people decided to go to business. Some go to, most cases, United States, most cases, some Europeans, and they prolong his science work. And myself, I decided to stay in Georgia and in Russia, and because I decided to go to the business. Period was very strange in myself and in Georgia, because it was period of Concordia, and period was difficult, and people decided to totally broken, not country, totally broken the country. They broken all factories, all industry, and it was a real civil war in Georgia. And in this period, I decided to go to Moscow and make the business. Why? Because in this period in Russia was a liberal country, and the president was in the parliament, and the government also was a period of liberal. And in my view, Russia must be a locomotive of the economy of Soviet Union, and I decided to stay in this locomotive, not another train. Okay, it was a difficult period in also my life, but I decided, was a principle I understand in the first 2 weeks, the money make money marketing and selling, not industry. And in myself also I start to make money. And it was a very difficult period, and I used my also bad English, and I connect Russian industry to the Germany and also United States and so. And I decided this period to make export from the Russia to other countries, and it was in this period it was very quick money, but other situation was very difficult period. That's okay. You have the profit, but you can stay with the money. It's very difficult because it's a period of big inflation, because the ruble comes more cheaper, and so. And this period, I decided to go to the industry, and it was a period of privatization, and so. But it's very, very difficult in Russia because nobody believes the privatization, nobody. And when the government gives the vouchers to the citizens, the people don't believe, and they decide to sell the vouchers. And in this period, I start to buy the vouchers, and we buy big amount vouchers for 5 million, and we when the period of privatization finishes, the price is very dramatically go up. The price of vouchers is about 20, 25, 100. Yeah, it's amazing price was. And some we selling, and some we buy chemical companies. We bought about 3 big chemical companies with my partner, and after this we will owner of the big chemical companies. Okay, most people think it was how can I say it's. Some people say that it's people make money and so, but in our life we have always chance, and we must use this chance. If we not use this money and we cannot use chance, we lose all. And it's principally in 1994 we own a very big company. It's about more 10,000 people working in our company. And turnover is also so big. It's about, until now, about $1 billion. And okay, it was very difficult period because chemical business is very difficult because you always, very often must change equipment, techniques, and you have very control about from the government side, especially in Russia, because ecological, Rostehnadzor, and so on, all of this company, it's government organization, and they wanted money, and you control that. It's very difficult to business make in Russia. And okay, step by step, we have now about 2 big chemical companies. And in 2006, I decided to make some investment in Georgia. It's about my investment, I say later, but I found that, okay, this Georgia and Russia, principally, it's very, before was one country, but I found it's very big differences now. Very big differences also between the young people, between also people, workers and from agriculture. Okay. What's the problem? I would say, well, my problems which I not find in Russia. The problem that most young people who finish the high school in Georgia, or some people come finish high school in the United States or come here, and so most people like to go to government organization. Or they wanted to find a non-government organization, non-profit organization, and so, and I will find the most talented people, from my understanding, they kill by himself. Because they cannot, when they go to the government organization, for example, if you go Ministry of the Finance, you find very, very clever, good, young, and very good reputation, and so people. But they sitting, their ministry, and so most cases, stupid guys, they have no instructions, nothing, and most cases, they wait when they use this knowledge which they study in university. The same situation in other Ministry of Economy. Okay, it's the same situation, young people, talented. So if you decided to go in a non-government organization, it's the same situation. Very people, very good education, and so, but they not wanted to use his preference what they have. That's a big problem. Basically, when I started to agricultural business, which I say about my business, most cases I cannot find it. If they finish some other countries, and so they prefer to stay with our organization. It's a very big problem. And I find that about 3 years ago I have negotiation with a person from South Africa. He decided this period, and I helped him to stay in Georgia, and he he's about 75 years old. He have son and daughter, and so they came here, and we discussed and so, and I told you if we go to the agriculture and so, I will be a buyer of maize or wheat, and after this, after my discussion, they selling his house in South Africa and come here, and they have big territory, and they do this business, and this was very satisfying. If you go other in this village, most people against all this, and nobody wanted to work here. Okay, it's one side, but the people who know about this, who know the technology and so on, also they don't want to go to the business. If you take this institute, before in Soviet period was the institute who prepared the communist leaders in economy. It's and but in this period, these people was very active. Active, and they from this institutes come the people who was head of territories and head of factories and so on. And now, if you take totally okay, what say about Georgia, the same say about Azerbaijan and Armenia, the same problem in these countries also. The people thinking they have a good education, they know many languages, they have an economy, mathematics and so on, but they not want to do business. And it's very bad. That in my view, your institute to make some lectures or some examples how it goes to the business. Because in this case, it will be good for the also for him, for the country also. Otherwise, it's very difficult. And I give some examples. It was some young guys from Georgia, but he was very active. He's thinking how to make money and so. And it's about 5 years ago, it comes the apparatus to make payments for telephone, for internet and so. They bought very cheap price come with the two apparatus, and now they have about 250 apparatus. And now they, about for 3 years, that they bought new company with other, about they pay $500,000, or they increase very dramatically. They have very good education, but it very depends on the private activity, because its private activity is very necessary. Otherwise, I give now examples, and about Chirina, and why we take this business, and why do it. We take about the broiler meat, chicken meat business. What's the problems? The problem, in most case, in Georgia, okay, but Armenia is the same. Most cases import from meat from Brazil, from Ukraine, and from other countries. And basically, in the Soviet Union period, this broiler meat was very popular in these three countries, and most demands covered by all countries here. And I decided to make business in this field. And what we are doing, we make business plan. Business plan with detailed business plan, and we calculate also about some cost of this chicken meat. And what's our idea? It was our idea to producing meat with competitive price, to compete with the Brazilian, also Ukrainian, Turkish companies and so on. And it was very important things for us how many tons or kilograms meat we obtain per square meter. It's very important things because what is this business, it depends also raw materials. Raw materials in this case we use maize, wheat, soya, bean, and we decided to make impression to Georgian farmers to producing this maize, also wheat, and we have progress in this field. And it was a period, if you remember, it's a Saakashvili period. He was very aggressive, and his proposal to many farmers to producing the maize. And okay, this gives also results that when producing, and most of maize which is produced now we use in our domain. Also situation with the wheat, if you take electro-energy and gas, it's cheaper than other countries, especially Turkey and also Brazil. And we also make many trips in other different countries, and we invite many science and professors here in Georgia also to make advice what we are doing and so. And after this, when we calculate all figures, also Katie also participates in this business plan, and we decided we are competitive, and after this we may start to buildings, farms, also the hatcheries, slaughterhouse. Also, in our company, it's very ecological because we not throw out any materials in this because we use for ourselves. We also use the materials of blood, they also feeds and so. And we also use manure also for our gardens. And if you take situation, it takes about 2 or 3 years of buildings process. And now it was principally finished, but it's now also 16 houses we now build, and we finished it. We were producing about 25,000 tons of meat. And we will biggest company south of regional Caucasus. And principally it's not necessary to import the meat products in Georgia. And it's a model which can be used in other countries, and it was a proposal from Turkey government, and they asked me to do these jobs in Turkey, and they proposed about grant in 50%. 50%. Okay, we're thinking about this. Okay, we are selling, we are leader of the selling, we now, we about last 3 months we increased 2 times our sellings, and demand is very high. And I prefer to discuss and make some, ask questions and so, because I can give advice if you like, how can make the business. Because most people seeking in necessary money. Okay, money is necessary, but not sufficient, yes. Because most cases, idea, projects, in this case. Because when we start our business, we put some money, but in most cases, money we take from other banks and so on. Okay.
Questions?
Questions?
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
You told us that you started in chemical industry
Yes.
and continued in this sort of business. Is it true that your scientific background, being molecular biologist and scientist in that field, helped you in your business activity?
If I say no, it's true because anyway, principally science and okay, my background and so it's necessary to make right and good decision. But directly not. But the methodology, logic and so I take from this period.
Other questions? Once very successful businessman told me that if you want to start a business, you should start from the service sector, not from industry. What do you think about this? If a person wants to start a business, should he or she start from service sector or from industry sector?
Okay, I try to explain you. The situation when you start something to, it's not a service or other things or industry or so, it's necessary to find your preferences. Your preferences with other people, other countries and so on. It's very important things. Principally, it's more easy, more difficult to service. Because you know the communication is very high now, and if you're starting something, other competitors do the same very quickly.
So it's more difficult to have
More difficult.
service.
If you take, for example, some industry business, in industry business you can find preferences, local preferences. For example, what I mean local preferences. In Georgia, the gas price is low, the energy price is low, the salary is low. So you have some preference with the other countries. And in this case, you can find something. Always the service is very difficult because it's competitive very high. And we always must understand that many people's thinking and so what are they doing, how is it the same and so.
I have a chicken and the egg type question. If you have a good idea, you can work on it, it brings you money. But on the other hand, you need money to make a good idea work. Now, if you have a good idea, you think, and just a little bit of money, how do you think a person can really fly off in today's environment? I know there were periods when it was easier to take luck, but...
Yes, it's very important thing to say. If you take myself, I have no money. Last period in my science work, I was a professor who bought fellowship, and they give some salary, and I return to bed. And when I take ticket in Moscow, I have take ticket 1 day because I have no, 1 day, and I have no money. And if you take my life, I take from zero, no parents. otherwise nothing will give. If you take real situation, if the parents have money and so they give to this daughters and sons, these people are not so active. In my view, if you people thinking, if you want to make money, they think many times how can I do this and so. I prefer to all people. For example, when my business is now it's not as small. It's in Georgia. It's about 800 million lari now. It's turnover. And if you take ourselves, we have many items. We have some idea, people's cards and proposal, some ideas, and we do this business. For example, we prepare the chickens. And until now, nobody came in our company. They give some wings, and so we wanted to make some small restaurant on something to do. You understand? It's the people not active.
So there is opportunity.
Georgia is also, let's say, about Russia and Azerbaijan and Armenia is big opportunity. And I'm sure when there comes stable period, when comes many foreigners and they start the business, most people before Soviet Union say how we stupid, and why not do this, and why not do this.
Okay.
It's very important to understand that you have no chance other to live. Only make the money. In this case, you will do this.
As a student, I'm wondering, I want to listen your comment about education and business. How are they connected, and do you think students really learn what business needs? For example, this Master of Business Administration courses and everything.
Me, something. I was in the University of Kafka Institute, and so free university, and the most people wanted to go to work in the government sector. Nobody.
If half of your life, you would not like it.
Yeah, but it's fact. What I want to say, nothing else.
But probably they want to go to government as you did. You went to the institute, you earned some salary, and you gain some base money for your business, and then they will start.
I say something, when the people working in the government, the ministry, so they have some atmosphere. Atmosphere is some psychology and so it's some standard. And they're living in this standard. And nobody, after they stay 1-2 years in this government, on non-government organization, they don't want nothing.
You're not qualified anymore for anything.
And yeah, it's true.
Nowadays it seems like there are all types of businesses already in the market. Like, do you have any advice on how to come up with an idea of what type of business to do?
Yeah, I said that about 3 weeks ago, the Ministry of the Economy invited me, and it's so many people of the Ministry of the Finance, and they discuss project. Okay, my feeling was a very stupid project, agricultural, and so. And I told him when I finished, it's, maybe they go in the early morning to the market in desert here, and they see how many trucks from Turkey, from Iran, or some other countries come here, what they take from this country, and how they're so active, and how many people take and what is the variety. But these guys, from the ministry, and so they seeking some project because they not look at the market. They not look at the market, what's the market situation, what the people buy, and so. And why we have a problem in economy? Because these people who is thinking about this have no project. No project, and this no project not connected to the market. And when I about the rural business and so, first of all, I started from the market. Market situation, what's the price, what kind of people they buy this product and so. Principally, if you take import declaration and so, and you take what they buy Georgians or other countries and so, you can choose some product, you will take the logic cost what it is. And it's, we must be orientated to the market.
One other, not question but a comment. We have many students who are now specializing in agricultural economics, and in principle in summer they will be looking for internships. Maybe you would agree to advise them a little bit over like a course of a few days, I don't know, with a visit to your location, and I'm sure there might be interesting discussions and ideas might come out.
Okay.
But I think the administration would know better how to continue this.
Once we visited your factory, Chirina, and I was astonished with this high quality of production what you have there. I'm asking, so my question is the following: why you decided to construct such a high quality factory in Georgia? Even with a lower quality and lower cost, you would be successful. So what would be the
very simple answer about this. You understand me? It's the running meat is a feed. People to buy this must buy and eat, and so if you construct low quality and so and you spend money, sometimes people not decide to buy your chicken or meat. And my responsibility is very high because I spend big money and I spend half money, and if half money then the people not buy, I throw out of money. We have ISET certificate, 22,000, and all certificates, because we have possibility also to export to European countries, also other countries, and so it's very important because if you're producing good quality meat in the Soviet Union, you lose all money and product in market also. People's our small shops in the wheel, people stay and we analyze it. Most of people buy the chickens for the children, for the daughters, because they understand it's very good quality, because we use very good feed for the chickens, and for us it's very important high reputation.
I have a question about, you mentioned that you talked to the South African farmer, and I also know that you worked with an Israeli company to build the whole plant. So foreigners play a very important role in providing services to your plant. When will Jordans be able to step in?
I told you that for us very important to make high quality of our products, international, and we have negotiation also with other companies Also, we have German companies and Holland and so, because it's very important for us to make high quality. Because we we spend about $100 million in this business, and to produce low qualities, no sense. And for us, also very reputation in cities and countries and so on. And it's very important. And we pay big attention about this. And if you go in the territory, it's very clean until now, and it will be clean. And we have a special laboratory in our company. In all day control, we control all farms for the house chickens. Also, we control the shops. And why not we go to markets? Not selling kids, a small market, a big market, and so, because when we analyzed our market situation, it's not a good situation, because in the shops they don't pay attention, sanitary attention is a meat, and they decided to, this could make some expense for our size, and we controlled all process from the farms until the shop. We analyze the temperature of chickens in the shops and so on.
I'm sorry, do you do charity work? Charity?
Charity.
No.
Not even building churches?
Huh?
Not even building churches?
No. But I say it's a strange situation. In Russia, it was also a period with bandits and mafia, and so in this period it was very active. In the Tbilisi period, was very active people from the mafia. But now it's very active the people from the church. And they come very often because they ask about about money, about products, about taking some stuff from these companies.
My question is about the quality of generally the chicken meat in Georgian market. Recently, I encountered a situation when in a very good supermarket, like a branded supermarket in Georgia, you get to see a Georgian branded, like a Georgian written chicken. You turn it off, like if you read the stuff, you see that it's produced in China. And basically, it is price competing with your products very well. I mean, your products are in most cases more expensive than those products. How do you think you or who should address this issue?
Okay, I ask about the market. What's the situation with the market? The demand of the chicken depends on the price. When we start our business in 2009 and so, the chicken price was very high. And if you take total production in Georgia and the import and so, it was totally 35,000 tons. Yeah, now we are present in the market and the price goes down because we are not interested in make high price because demand in high price not so much. And now about 5-6 lari 1 kilo. If we take this situation, now demand is very up, about 55,000 tons. And now our production, not so much. And we have free in the market. And some buy also from Brazil, from Germany, or from Ukraine, and so. The demand in our products is very high. And we produce about 45 tons per day, and in the stock we have no meat. No. Demand is very
I
high.
have a question about the European agreement that we have not signed, DCFTA, the Deep and Comprehensive Free Trade Agreement.
Yes.
How will it affect your industry?
Okay, it's before the chickens come from Brazil, now comes from no. Comes meat in Georgia from France, from Germany. Yeah. Because for ourselves, we produce not so much.
But they are less competitive than the Turkish or the Chinese. The French chicken is more expensive, probably.
But if you take Brazil, they pay some tax. In Europe, not. Principally, if somebody build the same company which we have in Georgia, it's 2 or 3 companies the same.
No more questions. Well, thank you very much.